Hello everyone, and welcome back to Allthemodium. I'm back on the server, and last episode we set up these two contraptions, right? So this one here, it goes ahead and it makes singularities, which I can probably show them off. So singularity, it actually makes these entangled ones, so we can craft them here, right? So it'll drop things down, and it will actually blow them up and entangle them and then pick them up. And our magnet doesn't pick them up, not because they're blacklisted, but because we have this deep magnetizer there. So he's pretty cool. That should be fine. We now have those crafted. This guy over here, he actually automates the player aerial pearls that need to be right-clicked on a zombie. So it spawns a zombie, it uses the pearl on it, and it does all of that. So here's the zombie. It should get the pearl used on it. Assuming this system works. There it is. Beautiful. I mean, that's pretty good if I say so myself. There is one problem, though. Part of the problem is, as you can see here, we have a bunch of entangled singularities. They don't... Well, they can't be easily crafted in the normal crafter because for whatever reason. So I've had to manually import them into this crafter here. Making sure to turn exact mode off, so they all go in there no matter what their NBT tags are, right? I had a really cool suggestion from Manolus B. I probably pronounced that wrong, I apologize. But what we can do is I can take two of these out. It's going to automatically put them in, isn't it? Let me pick this guy up for now, just temporarily. Make sure we pick everything up. Let me take out two of these, like that. What I wanted to do is add both of the ingredients in there for a singularity. So what I mean by that is the ingredients for an entangled singularity are one singularity, so one of these guys here, and one ender pearl. So I'm going to drag this in here. I'm also going to drag in an ender pearl, like so, and we'll update this recipe, right? Beautiful. Yeah, that should be good. Then we're going to go ahead and slap this recipe back in there. When we now order a Nexium emitter, it should put in an ender pearl and a singularity, right? So far, so good. I believe if I place this here and click remember, it will now remember these two slots. As you can see, my inventory is being a little bit weird, but you get the point, right? Oh, why is it? It didn't want to place. Hopefully you heard me clicking. I was trying to place it. It didn't want to. Whatever. It's fine. So these two spots are reserved. That's what this means. These are reserved for singularities and ender pearls, right? What we're going to do then is... I think I'm actually going to entangle this guy. So let me grab an entangled wrench out. So this guy here, entangled binder. Entangle you. We can place the exporter back on. We can place our entangled singularities back on. That should be fine. And dump these back in. The reason why I need to do this as well, I forgot to mention, is look at this. These two are still here, despite being done. They've crafted, but they're not showing up done. I know that my recipe for the singularities only say that it will make one. So when I do this, it says it'll only create one. That shouldn't matter, because it makes two anyway. And two is bigger than one. So that shouldn't be an issue. But what I want to do now... is what was I doing? Entangled block. Actually, I think that's fine. I think I want it. Yeah, I want an entangled block to sort of be this chest, believe it or not. Which actually makes it a little bit trickier. Okay, hold on. I can do this. We're gonna place this chest down here. I'm going to instead entangle. Wait, I'm going to entangle it here. And then... Oh, no, you know what? This is fine. I'm going to place this guy... Give me a second. Here. Right. Is this easy to do? Yes and no. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to... There's a lot of what I'm going to do and whatnot. I'm going to fix this, by the way. Then I'm going to try to set up a quick automation for Britannia mana. We've done it in the past, so I won't try to stall on it too long. And then we'll see where we're at. But those are my quick little goals for this episode, if you're not really sure what we're going to get up to. I think I want to get this guy. Chuck him in here. We can remove this filter. I want to add a whitelist for this. So submit. I'm going to change this to whitelist. Add a whitelist for the singularities. That should be good. We now have that on items. What that should mean we can do is place this cable back down. Place this, place that. Did it dump anything in there? Did it drop anything? Nope, I think we're good. Okay. So now, if I were to place a singularity in here and an ender pearl, do they get put in there? So far, no. Which is honestly unfortunate. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what to do. I do not know what to do. I sort of know what we can do. It's gonna be a bit messy, but we can do it. Let me go ahead and pick this guy up. I know. It's making a mess, but it's fine. We should be able to place this guy, you know, over here, for example. Did I pick up that other thing? I didn't, but it's now missing. Where was that thing that just dropped? Okay, sure. I'm going crazy. Let's grab our own exporter out, because that's clearly not showing up. Are you guys following? Do you guys know what's happening at the moment? I'm going on a little bit of my own, but like I'm not really letting you in on what's happening. But trust me. What we're essentially doing is we're creating another buffer system. So I'm gonna have everything output into this chest. The chest is still bound to this block here. See, it's changed into a chest. So all the items. Oh, gotta place this there. Did my pipe upgrade? Oh, it got picked up here? No. Maybe. I think it got put back in the system, which means I don't know which pipe upgrade I want. Huh. Alright, this guy's set up again. Whitelist nearest first. That should be good. He's going to automatically output those guys into here. So that should work. I'm going to place these in here just to make sure that it remembers everything. It should, but just to, you know, double check. In fact, I don't think they actually have to be there. I'll be honest, but it's fine. It doesn't matter that they're there. Okay, then what I want to do is I want to entangle this chest, which we already have entangled, but I'll do it again. And I want it to be placed over here. So entangled block can go there. We're going to place an item pipe here. We can entangle this guy up. Make sure he's extracting. We'll grab another pipe upgrade once this loads. It's been a bit slow today, but it's fine. It's getting there. It's holding on. I'm going to remove both of those. I'm going to add back that singularity and ender pearl, but this time they're going to be blacklisted. And then that should be perfectly fine. We shouldn't have to worry about anything. Okay? Shall we give this a shot? Oh, the last thing actually would be to bring this guy back over here. In fact, this cannot exist. This export or importer, sorry. That can go there. Clean that up. Grab another entangled block. Man, I love me some entangled blocks, let me tell you. Entangled block here. Right click and change this cable to an importer. And that should be good. We're good. We're done. Dusted. Let's give it a shot. Or at least let's see if we can. So this guy should be fine. I don't know. Let's see. If I search Nexium, what's it going to try and craft? It is going to try and craft everything, including available singularity, available ender pearl. Not once does it say it's going to try and craft a other thing, right? Like an entangled doohickey? It doesn't look like it, but I'm also a little bit confused. What? Hold on. What are the entangled used in? Give me a second. Oh, hold on, we're getting there. Okay, so that's just used in the actual recipe. So I've gone ahead and switched that out. Okay, yeah, perfect. Not quite perfect. I still need to add this guy on to, well, I guess the top. Hook him up with a cable. This guy is going to take the entangled. One of these. Grab you. Oh. Chuck that in. Exact off. Okay, that should be good now. What we've essentially done is all the ingredients will be placed into this chest. The ingredients for the singularity will be sent here rather than being crafted themselves. Like, rather than crafting a singularity, we're instead sending the ingredients. Does that make sense? They'll go here. They'll automatically get output. They'll process. They'll get sent back into the network. And then they'll show up into this guy, courtesy of this exporter. He crafts it. Easy peasy. It works. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. That should be good. We probably won't have to worry about that for a while anyway, to be completely honest with you. Next up, the mana stuff. This should, once again, be pretty easy. We're going to need a dropper. I might do a precision dropper, just because it makes things a little bit more consistent. So let's get the other option is, I believe, well, so I'm going to grab one of these, but I believe there's a crate, a crate you can get, an open crate from Britannia. These should be auto-craftable. Oh no, we auto-crafted the logs, not the planks. So here we go. Open crate. This guy, I think if you apply a redstone signal to him, he doesn't drop items. So what you do is you have the items drop onto a pressure plate. That's essentially what you're meant to do. But we're gonna go if we can. We're gonna go and see if we can get this working. I've got a few ideas. All right, I am in the Nether. Now, part of what we thought is that because we have no mana, we can't actually craft like the Gaia ingots and stuff because they require Terra Steel, I think, and that makes sense. But the issue wasn't actually we didn't have the mana. Believe it or not, I think it's just we didn't have this chunk loaded. Are we within one chunk? Oh, I mean, yes, intentionally. Definitely not a happy coincidence. So there we go. We got that guy running now. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But by the way, if you're playing on the server, right, and you don't have obviously as many chunks as I have to force load, like currently I'm force loading about 49. You guys probably don't have that much for the sake of the server's performance. You could obviously set up this system in another chunk that you already had force loaded. Like, for example, in the overworld, underneath my massive solar panels, I could put these here. But for the sake of the video, I get special privileges. Hopefully you guys understand that. So this is fine, but we need to be able to drop nether stars. We need to be able to drop them only when we need them. And I think that's where this mana battery might be able to come into play. He has the ability to be locked and unlocked. I kind of want to see if an inventory reader can read the battery. I don't know if that'll work. Ideally, what I want to see is like the fill rate, right? I feel like that could be pretty cool. So we're gonna place a cable down here. Slots filled, fill ratio. It's all 0 despite if we look at... Oh, well, actually, it is 0 at the moment. That's fair. Let me get these guys up and running again. So let me manually place a few nether stars down. Go ahead and bam, bam, bam. That should hopefully be enough to charge this guy a bit. Perhaps. You know what? I can lock one of these, right? I can lock like the negative, or I can lock the positive. And shouldn't that do something? Or is that just is that if you're not using, a spark, perhaps? That doesn't really look like it's doing much, does it? Alright, I went ahead and picked up the bindings from there so that hopefully... Now we've got some charge. Does this say anything? No, the fill ratio and stuff's still not full? Okay. I mean, that's fine. What if we were to get a comparator? Because maybe it just has some vanilla controls. And then I might check the book. Because ideally, I don't necessarily want these always to be running, obviously. If we can avoid that. This guy so far is giving me nothing, is he? I'll place down a bit of redstone in case there's something coming out of this, but no, it's 0. I'll tell you what, I'm going to consult the book. The botanical book. Oh, actually, hold on. Oh, it does. Oh, that is perfect. That is perfect. Okay. We can have it so it only runs when it's below that certain percentage. This is perfect. This is genuinely perfect. Okay. Ooh, what do we want to do? Oh my god, okay. Okay, everything's... Yeah, we can do everything. I want to get a transmitter. A wireless transmitter, so this guy here. We're going to get some GPS cards. I guess I'll just grab a stack of them. We're going to get some receivers. This will need, I guess, at least 5, I think. As for the dropper and how many droppers we'll need, not sure. Do I want to make this tidier? Yes. How tidier? I don't know. How do I want to do this? I'm going to pick up this guy because he's sort of in the way. I mean, he's beautiful, but he's sort of in the way. Can I pick you up with a wand or something? Like, you're very much not looking like you want to be picked up. Alright, that worked. I picked him up with the mecha tool. The Alloy Paxel wasn't really wanting to do it. So here we go. We can pick this stuff up. Essentially, I want it to be a little bit neater, right? Like, I mean, we're honestly probably just going to place this back again. But maybe a little bit more this time. We're going to have the Wither Aconites, I think like this. And then possibly, if it lets me, can I place this guy here? I can, and the spark is still within there. All of these, by the way, if we hold out our wand, are bound to that mana collector down there, which is bound to the spark, which automatically outputs all of the mana to wherever it needs to go that has sparks. So that's beautiful. That's working. What we can also do, by the way, just real quick, I can place my spark back on here. If it lets me. There we go. And I can place my dominant spark back on there. And that'll suck in all the mana. He'll process. Oh, he will process, and beautiful. We're using mana again. What I want to see is if I place a Nether Star right there, what happens? Only the one touching it uses it. That's sort of my problem, right? I think I need to have multiple droppers because this can only, I believe, like it can drop more, but only in the one spot. That doesn't really help us for this specific situation. I can try again. What I can do is I can drop it here. And look, once again, only the one... well, actually... You know what? I don't actually know. Hold on. All we're seeing is the spark move. Let me hold out this wand. How do I know? How do I know what's happening here? I don't actually know what's happening. I don't know which one's being used. What? Oh, okay, hold on. How do we test this? Oh my god. Yeah, I really don't know what to do. What do I do? What do I do? How do I test this? How do I reliably... I think I pick up the mana collector. I pick up the mana collector, which picks up the spark and stuff. Then what I do is I'm going to drop a Nether Star right here. We'll get one that's pretty full. Right? So this guy... Well, he should have filled up. Now none of them are filling up. Okay. What if I get a spreader? Just a mana spreader. And we slap it down underneath. Right? The mana spread is full, but this guy, he's not storing any extra, so I can't actually tell. I can't read whether he's working. Oh, this has made it really difficult. Okay, I've got an idea. Alright, so I'll slap the spark back on, and the recessive, so it spreads it all. And now what we can do is I can place a block above here, so just a dirt block, then drop the star, and is anything happening? No, nothing's happening, so it's out of range, right? Ooh, but then again, hold on. How low is this block when you'd put stuff on it? Like, it's not a full block, right? No, it's not, which could make all the difference. The plot thickens. Okay. You know what? We'll try a slab. In fact, wait, floating... I can just get a floating island for just a normal thing, right? Hold on. I know there's easier ways to do this, but I want to do it my way. We've got this. Let me just place that down. I should be able to... Isn't this meant to make something cool? Or is that just in a normal... Oh, that's just in a normal mana pool. So there we go. Pasture seeds. Let me go floating. I'll make one of these off camera. I just need to find like a glimmering flower, which is a mystical flower that's been added with this stuff. Alright, here we go. Floating grey flower. I'm going to place it here. It's glowing. That's nice. Nice little light source. We're going to drop the flower. Does that do anything? No. Okay. So, now we know. Now what I want to do is I want to break this one, and I want to drop it here. Does that affect the other two? No. Okay, so we know for a fact it has to be directly on the block. Okay, we've learned nothing, in other words. That's great. That really just doesn't help us. Alright. Well, the fun's over. Now for the boring part. What I'm going to do... I guess I could place them up there. Now what am I even saying? We're just going to place droppers. We can do precision ones because they won't drop with randomness. So, dropper... hold on. Dropper. Precision dropper. I will craft about 4 of these. I think 4's enough. Alright, so one's going to go here, here. Oh, actually. I guess that's not what's going to happen. I think what we'll end up doing is like this, and then we'll place wireless on top. like that. And we'll get our transmitter over here, which, keep in mind, is within the chunks, so that's important to do. We're going to get our GPS. I'm going to GPS this card in here. So scroll one in. I'm going to GPS this one. And I'm going to do that for the other two. So now what's meant to happen is when redstone hits this guy, he's going to apply a redstone signal to all of these, which will trigger, requires redstone, so it'll trigger this, and it will drop a, whatever we put in here, on the ground. So this guy needs a few things. He needs power, so I'm actually going to go ahead and grab out some ender gates. I believe I'm actually going to need another one, which is unfortunate, but it's fine, it's fine. I'm going to place this here, and just place them on the side. That should provide power. Yep. Oop. Alright, so that's them all powered. As for how we're going to get some resources over here, I'm probably going to do an entangled block, believe it or not. We'll get a chest. What I can do... How do I want to do this? You know what? We're going to get 2 entangled blocks. 2 of these bad boys. They're going to go about... I guess it doesn't really matter. There. And then... there. We're going to go back into the overworld. Back over to our processing area. So over in this direction. I guess we'll take the long way. Because it's quicker than turning the portal back on. We're going to come over here. We're going to place a chest right there. We're going to go ahead and make sure that we have it entangled. We want to place an exporter on top. Ultra exporter. Make this guy have nether stars. I want him to be filled to the brim with nether stars. Just like that. That's exactly what we like to see. So that's good. Oh, yeah, I don't... Why are you not hooked up? Oh, my God. Alright, so if we come back here, we can entangle these guys. So that's entangled with the chest. Yep. We can't visually see the chest, but in the top we can see it's bound to the chest, so it should be working. We're going to go ahead and run some item cables, like so. Then we're going to go ahead and make that extract, and that should fill these guys up with nether stars. Beautiful, and they all require redstone. So this should pretty much be it. This guy's empty, which means he's not emitting redstone. So what I'm actually going to do is... requires redstone. Okay, we need to do a little bit of a trick here. We're going to have to do a little bit of magic. So I'm going to put the GPS cards away. I'm going to pick up this guy, which is going to drop the GPS cards and the, transmitter. I'm going to have this guy go into a repeater right out the gate. So repeater. Then it's going to go into redstone. And then, can I place this here? No. Instead, what we're going to do... Hold on. I know what to do. It's just a matter of getting it done. Redstone. We're going to need, actually, a stack of this. Redstone is going to go here. How much more of chunk do we have? We have enough. I probably want to just do this to be safe. We're going to have a block here. Just dirt or whatever. It doesn't necessarily matter. On the other side of this is going to be a redstone torch. Luckily, we don't have... no, we didn't have any. The redstone torch is going to go here, which is going to go this way into the transmitter. Just like that. Let me get rid of the borders. There we go. We can put our GPS things back in. And so now what's happening is... Oh... that is not what we want to do. Oh my God, that is very dumb. This was a bit of a fail. I mean, we can add a delay to it. Offset count requires redstone. I kind of wanted it to apply a pulse. I think we can do that. But I really, I didn't think about this. I'm gonna be honest. This was pretty dumb, what I've done here. Okay, I've crafted a few things from Create. A pulse repeater and an adjustable pulse repeater. I haven't even looked at how they work, but they sound pretty cool. I'm going to place down this guy, the pulse repeater. I suppose he's going to do something crazy. I don't really know what he does. Should we... Oh, I think the server's restarting. I'll be back. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and I have a new idea. This one might be a little bit trickier. I think We might need an entity reader, possibly. We'll see. We might need 4 of them. Possibly. We'll see. We'll see. What I've changed my mind. I no longer want to use the things I was using, the precision droppers. Instead, I want to use just open crates. Right? I want to get 4 of them. I made 5 accidentally. So this should be fine. We're still gonna keep these guys here because we still need those. But what we can go ahead and do is oh, when am I offhand? Is pick up the droppers and replace the droppers with nothing for now. We might put something else there, but for now, they will be nothing. So we'll pick those up, if it will let me. Alright, so the open crates are going to go just like this. And I mean, that should be good. Ideally, I want to connect them up with these cables too. So what I should actually be able to do is just pick up the entangled block itself, place it up, well, I guess there, and then, oh my god, there's a visitor. And then, oh my god, look at my inventory, it's horrific. I should be able to place this like that, and for a test run, let's see, I'm going to do this, and it should just start dropping them. Beautiful. Okay, so we know that works. Yeah, you dropped a lot. We're grateful. You dropped probably too many at once, if I'm being completely honest. What we might do is actually set up hoppers, because that should only do 1 item at a time, right? I think that's a bit smarter, rather than dropping full stacks. So let's get 4 hoppers. Yep. We've got this. We've got this. Everyone remain perfectly calm. 4 hoppers. In fact, we can probably get away with using 1 of these and hooking up the cables. I won't hook up the cables yet. What we are going to do is hook up this guy. So he's sending redstone pulse, which is stopping all of these, which means they're not dropping anything, right? I think that's pretty cool as a start. They're not dropping anything. When this guy is charged, he will send a pulse, which will turn this off. We want it to do the opposite. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. But we also want to set up a failsafe. So give me a second. Give me a second. Ideally, what I want to happen is, we can probably have these face a little bit better, like this. In the ideal world, these will pick up when there's a, like a star there. You reckon that's going to happen? Let's drop that. Click on this. Entities faded nether star. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. So, what do I want to do? I want to grab a variable card. We might actually have to do the whole 3, the good old 3 trick that we've done in the past. So let me get a logic programmer. What I believe I want to do is say item faded nether star exist, and then I want to go list of entities. Then I want to say if the list of entities contains a faded nether star, output true, right? That sounds pretty fair. That true is going to be a redstone signal there or here. So what we're going to do is send a bunch of logic cables over this way. Well, you're lucky I could place that, or else you were going to meet your maker. So that can go there. We're going to get a redstone writer. Redstone writer. We don't have these auto-crafted. Of course we don't. Why would we? We use them almost every second episode at this point. My inventory. Alright, we're going to place a redstone rider on this guy. Place a redstone dust there so that he, I guess, goes... yeah, that should be fine, I think. What we could do instead, actually, is just set up a normal repeater. I know I was going to try out these adjustable pulse things. I have no idea how they work. I'm going to be honest. So we're probably just not going to do that. But that's fine. You know, that's fine. This should work. This should be perfectly fine. That should trigger it. This guy is obviously going to go when this is true. Redstone signal. Oh, no, because he doesn't have the stuff in him. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Remain perfectly calm. Can I make a variable store? I can. I'm going to make one of these. This guy is going to attach to the network, and I'm going to place these 2 variables in there. So this should be yes, which should output a signal, which it currently isn't. We had this problem before when I was trying to mess around with this. Where like it's not even outputting currently. And I feel like I've set that up correctly. How have I managed to screw this up again? I swear I'm not crazy. Item, faded nether star. List element. Oh, no, I don't, that doesn't necessarily matter, I think. Item frame rotation, none of that matters. Entity, faded nether star. Why is this no worky? Alright, I'm trying this again. This time, instead of just putting like an item in, I grabbed the entity from here, specifically, because I think maybe that'll be a little bit different. So let's try this now. Contains, yeah, you know what? Because I think it was trying to see if there was an item there, as opposed to an entity of an item. And I guess that makes a difference. Well, hey, we're about to find out if it does. Please output a redstone signal. Thank you. Thank you. That is what we need. That is it. We're done. We're literally done. All I need to do now is get the readers, all of these readers hooked up. I'm also curious, do you think that I need to set it up for each reader, or do you think all the readers are going to act the same? I don't actually know how this is about to play out, but I'll tell you what, we're gonna find out. Let's run this way, which means we can probably, I guess it's got to go there anyway, so it doesn't necessarily matter that it's absolutely hideous. In fact, this could probably move, if we're honest, but we're going to leave it all ugly. So, currently, this should be good. I should be able to get rid of this. And as you can see, they've all stayed on. The redstone is still applied to all of these. That is what we want. So I can break this, break all of these, break that. We can go ahead and get a... how do I want to do this exactly? So we still want the comparator. This guy is going to output a redstone signal when they can run, which means normally they should not be running. No, normally they should be running, and then send a signal to stop them. Yeah, okay, so yeah, beautiful. So we're pretty much done. So do this, and drag this all the way over into you, and hopefully that should work. Yeah, okay, I think we're golden. So as you can see, the redstone has stopped. We don't have enough charge, so this isn't stopped either. What I need to do now is bind this guy and make sure that I have the cables hooked up as well. So let's give me a second. We're pretty much done. I think this is a pretty cool design. And once again, I'll do my best to go over it in case you're a bit overwhelmed by this. We're going to have this guy extracting, this guy extracting. Ideally, I want them to do a round robin. So what I might do as well is get some pipe upgrades. Can I get 4 of you? And do you stack? I don't recall if they stack. We're about to find out. There's lots of finding out here. They do stack. Beautiful. That's nice. I actually did not need that many, but here we are. I want to set this guy to be round robin. I want to set this guy to be also round robin. And so now what we should see... Why are they still dropping when there's redstone applied? The redstone's applied. Stop dropping. Stop dropping. Hello? Stop. No, you need to... you need to stop dropping. Okay. I clearly need to read up on what they do. Because they do not what I thought they did. When given a redstone signal, any items it drops won't be picked up by flowers, such as, like, hoppers, for around 10 seconds longer than they otherwise would. So it doesn't do what I thought it would. I'm just dumb. That's what we've learnt today. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. I sort of have a solution. My solution is I need the redstone to apply to the hoppers now, which we can actually fix as well. Oh my god, I apologize to everyone who had to witness this. We can still make this work though, because the hoppers will not output anything when they get a redstone signal. So this system, we modify it a little bit, and it should do the trick. This should still be working. I say should be still working, even though it hasn't been working yet. But that's fine. Okay. Okay, which one was the important one? They're both the same, I think. So, do we think this will work? Maybe is the answer of today. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my magnet for this. And then I'm going to go ahead and turn this guy on. And chuck one of these in. And do round robin. Look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, there's 2 there. There's 2. That's fine. There's actually 3. There's 3 there. There's 2 there. And there's only 1 on those 2. I'm pretty happy. I am pretty happy with those results. I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'll let these guys run through. In fact, what I could do is I could just pick them up. Should I? You know what? We'll do that. I'm going to pick them up just to give it a test. So let's clear my inventory so you can see the 4 slots are going to get... Well, I guess we pick up more than that. But here, I'm going to pick them all up. And then run back. And what happened? This time, look. Only one of each dropped. How sick is that? So this is working. I think this is working. I think it's going to work flawlessly as well. The question is, do we trust it? I mean, it's all within one chunk. Every single aspect of this is within one chunk. We don't necessarily have like an emergency defense, though. I will say that. And I'm kind of not a fan of not having that. So what we could do is I could set up a item collector and a trash can, right? And we could have it also with a clock, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this guy. I obviously want him to still be within this one chunk, so I'm going to place him here. That placed in just all the wrong directions. That's fine. Place it there. You know what? I want it to be a lot closer. There. Okay, beautiful. This should be fine. I'm going to have this guy require redstone to run. He's going to have a clock next to him. This guy is going to run for, you know, I guess he can run for that many ticks. It is going to be, the less is probably better, to be honest, but we also want it to run, so 10 ticks, I guess. Yeah, that should be fine. The delay is going to be massive. The power is going to be 15. We are going to set this guy up to be up. It's going to be about a 5x5. That covers this whole area, so that should be good. It should cover all the drop things. And honestly, that is it. Although I just saw him run, and yet he didn't pick the stuff up. Oh. Interesting. Let me consult the book. Won't be picked up for around 10 seconds longer than they otherwise would. Okay. That's fine. Why did you not... Oh, because the height... No, the height's fine. Requires redstone. So you got the redstone. You should have picked the stuff up. You should have stuff in you. I think this needs to be a bit longer. Let's change it to be 20 ticks. So that should be 1 second. As opposed to half a second. And this runs every 200 ticks, which is about... I don't know. Not that long. It still didn't do it again. Requires redstone. We might pick this guy up. Make sure it's still within the range, yep. And just have him go in with like a repeater. Just to, you know, be safe. Redstone repeater. Chuck this guy there. That still didn't do the trick. Let's add some height to that. That did the trick. This is fine. Everything's fine. Duration low. Delay high. We'll see how this goes. We're going to lose a lot of nether stars from this. I will admit that. But I think for the sake of the server, this is probably good practice. That's... you know what? We can send it back to the system. You know, we can... Like, we don't have to void it. We can just send it back. Should I do that? I think I should. We might as well. I'm going to grab a chest. I'm going to slap it down here. This guy's going to now fill up. Honestly, I don't even need the chest. What am I doing? You know what? We're losing it today. We are going absolutely crazy. You know what? No, we are going to have the chest, and I'll tell you why. We're going to have the chest, and then we're going to have a trash can there. We're going to hook up this guy, and we're going to disconnect this for starters. We're going to set this guy up to do the nearest first. So this guy's going to fill up first. Beautiful. He's also running pretty quickly. Like, look at how much these faded nether stars are actually getting used before they're picked up again. It is not a long time. I actually want to try a timer from RF Tools. How this one I can pick what we do. Yeah, you know what? That's actually better. I'm going to set this guy down and set him to be like a long time. Not that long, but like 5,000. Every 5,000, it will run. That seems a little bit fairer. This should be good. That should be good. Trash can. Okay. Hopefully, once again, hopefully this is making sense to you guys. We're going to run back here and essentially just add this to be put in. I could actually just put an ender chest there. Yeah. That'll probably save a little bit of space in my little factory. So, yeah, we'll just place an ender chest, which goes to our system. So, here we go. F3 and G. I'm going to break you. Place an ender chest. And I'm just going to dump in a bunch of stuff that can go back into my network. Which is honestly pretty much most of this. Okay. This system, I believe, is working. This guy, once he has literally just enough, so probably like 30,000. You know what? We could make it a little bit trickier. In fact, I think what we might be able to do is like, just place a redstone here. Redstone. Place that there. And I think as this goes, it will get to a strength of 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got plenty of space. Once it gets that amount full, it will emit the redstone signal, which stops the hoppers, which stops them dropping, regardless of whether there's any on the ground. Currently, when there's one on the ground, in any of these spots, it emits a redstone signal that tells all of these guys, nope, stop, don't drop anymore. So only one can be dropped at a time. What should be happening is that all of these should have one. I'm not sure why currently only one is there. I'm hoping it's just a one-off situation. In fact, I kind of want to pick that one up just to check. Yeah, they dropped an extra one that time, but I mean, that's fine. I think we're good. Okay. What this means is that we should be generating Terra Steel quite frequently. We should be generating anything else we need, like Mana Steel and whatnot, which means we can actually craft the Gaia Spirit Ingots, which means our Woot machine can run, which I completely didn't realize that's what was going on, is that we weren't generating the Gaia Spirits. As crazy as that sentence just sounded. Sometimes I wonder what we're doing here. Also, I'm losing my voice, so this episode might run a bit short. We should now be getting wills, and as you can see, there's 6 here, which is enough for a massive wills. So already it's paying off. That was clearly the issue. So I am extremely happy. That's a massive wills. I'm very happy about that. Let me look at the other suggestion I had, which was something about the singularities, believe it or not. Let me figure out what it said. You know what? No, that was it. So what's the time? It's been about 50 minutes. We've got 10 minutes if we want to try and do something else productive. Is there anything even worth doing? I don't know. Maybe. Possibly. Could be. What do we want to do, though? You know what I kind of want to do? I kind of want to run this and make sure that it works. Oh, another thing. I was going to say, like, how can I get the faded stars to have precedence? Because I'd rather them use up faded ones than keep using up our nether stars, which are just going to all be turned into faded, which have NBT data, which we probably don't want to have a bunch of. Oh, you know what? We're going to fix this. I'm going to figure out a way to fix this because we don't want this happening. I would rather void them than have this happen. But I want to use them. So let me think about this. I think all we'll have to do is set up another buffer chest. Right? I think so. We'll have to have 2 chests. One of them will be super fast and that will have the faded. And then, but then that doesn't even work. I don't actually know how we're going to do this. How we're going to achieve this. Alright guys, I cracked the case already. I did barely any thinking, but my genius, it knows no bounds, so we've already figured it out. I'm going to pick this guy up. I'm going to pick up all the stuff to do with him. One of these sides is going to have, you know, fresh nether stars, which... Where can I run the cabling now? Because I made it difficult. Oh, why'd I make this so difficult? Oh no, it's difficult to do. It's fine. It's gonna be a bit ugly, but it'll work. Essentially, we can't run them down the middle because of how we design this. I'm just going to pick all this stuff up. It doesn't matter. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to run these cables all the way around. Because I can't run them here, obviously. So, you know what? That's not the worst. I mean, it's still not pretty, but at least it's a little bit more compact. Basically, I need to run a cable into this side, and then run a cable into this side. So, let me do this, do that, do this, get this guy under there. So, this guy is going to be connected to one that collects the other stuff. What does that mean, you might be wondering? Well, let me show you. If we come up here, we have a chest that is full of nether stars. Honestly, that's all of our nether stars. We might have to start up our nether star production again because we're running out. But it's fine, it's fine. We're going to get another chest. We have it on us. We are going to get an exporter. We now have it on us. I'm going to place the chest here. No. I'm going to place the chest on a block while shifting to place it separately. So there we go. 2 separate chests. Not connected. We're going to export in faded nether stars, not exact. This guy should now be full up with all of the faded nether stars that we have. How cool is that? Now, if I search for faded, we still have some, believe it or not. But this guy's full. So that's the reason we have some. So I really enjoy that. That's genuinely pretty good. I believe that means that it's working. So we're going to run back out here into our nether, if it lets me. Well, we don't have to. We don't have to. No, okay, yeah, we can. It's fine. And I forgot to entangle it. Once I entangle it, I should be able to right-click this guy to get him to do the thing. What I can do as well is... it doesn't actually matter what I do here. I think I just have that guy export. Come over here. Have this guy export. Have this guy export. And go over here and have him export there as well. In fact, you know what? We can actually fix this. I'm going to disconnect that. I'm going to disconnect that. I'm going to run a cable here. So now we have 2 sides there. One of these will go here, which will be a round robin. So it'll place some in this, then it'll place some in that. This hopper, that hopper, this hopper, that hopper. And then I need the same on this guy. We'll go ahead and grab a pipe upgrade. Sure, I'll grab that one. Let's see if that's the one we want. Slap it into here. And round robin. Yep, beautiful. So there we go. Now, the one on the right is the one we just set up for the faded nether stars. So what I actually want to do is take these guys out, and it's going to fill up with faded nether stars. How cool is that? I'm going to take all these out, if it will let me. Give me a second. Fill these out. It's going to fill up with faded nether stars. I think that is awesome. I think that is a pretty cool fix to a potential problem. That should hopefully cover our bases. What I could do as well is just make this guy run a little bit longer as well. This is mainly an emergency. You know what I mean? So if for some reason these guys don't use it up and it keeps dropping us so often, this guy should stop it from like server ending. You know what I mean? By like, I think this is roughly like, what would this be? 20 ticks is 1 second. Let me do some math real quick. All right, this is about 4 minutes. So every 4 minutes, this guy will run and make sure that like all this stuff's picked up and thrown back in the system. And if it can't go back in the system for whatever reason, just trash it. It's better than crashing the server. So there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, problem solved. This guy's what I'm curious about as well, though. Like, I really want to see, I want to see this guy fill up, to be honest. I want to keep an eye on him. But I might have to do that off camera, or what off camera normally means is in the next episode, because we're pretty much done wrapping up here. I also don't even know. Look at that, he's up 2 now. So he's slowly going to chain his way around. I don't want him to necessarily be completely full, but I want him to be pretty close. Oh, do you think every 50,000 or 500, like whatever value it is, 500, yeah, every 500,000, do you reckon we get an extra tick? I reckon that's what we do. So I reckon we can probably only go about what? Probably 20 times, right? So that works. Am I mathing correctly? I probably not. No, I think I'm right. I think it can go like 20 times. I could be wait. Yeah. So we're at 3 now. Beautiful. Yeah. So it's slowly gonna make its way over there, and we should be good. Possibly. We're at what? Once we reach 2,000, that'll make sense because we'll be at 4. And then when we're at 4, you know, what's that? It's million. I keep saying 1,000. Once we're at 4 million, instead of being at 4 here, it will be at 8, which will be here. And then a little bit more, and about halfway full, it will turn off. Beautiful. That's perfect. We should be about here. We're not there yet, even though we're about that full, but I guess it's coming. Hopefully. I don't know. I think this is good. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this makes sense to you guys. Once again, this might be part of the problem. Let's place that there. That might help fix some of the issues there. Hopefully it is dropping a few, so I am glad I set up this little backup. So essentially, nether stars get put into hoppers. They drop onto the ground. That's pretty simple. When these hoppers get a redstone signal, they do not output any nether stars, so we don't get a crazy amount dropping on the floor. The other thing is the hoppers can be stopped by 2 reasons. One reason is these guys down here, these entity readers, detect a faded nether star entity within their list. So the faded nether star entity within the entity list, courtesy of these variables here and this variable here, outputting redstone signal that's turning off the hoppers. So like when they're dropped, hoppers turn off. Easy, right? The other way this can turn off is when this guy fills up enough that this redstone signal from the comparator goes all the way over here and triggers this same guy. And then even once these are empty, they won't drop anymore. No more will be dropped. And then, just in case, every 4 minutes, around 4 minutes, it's a little bit more than 4 minutes, this guy will run. He will collect all of the items on the ground, all of the dropped items. He'll be like, "You belong to me now. They are mine. I'm gonna put you in my inventory." Then they're going to be exported nearest first, so into our ender chest, back into our system, or into the trash can if for some reason the system isn't working. That way, server work. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do consider subscribing. It wasn't the best video. I'll be the first to admit it. But I had fun. I say it wasn't the best because we didn't necessarily do something brand new. But I think what we did was pretty cool. I'm glad that I figured out how to do that. Now, once again, I'm sure there's a much better way to do it. And if you have that better way to do it, please do let me know, and I can maybe skim through it in the next episode. But yeah, I guess that's it. Before we do completely wrap up though, thank you to those of you supporting me financially. So we have thank you to Oracle, Skeletor Jacob, Oathus, Derpy Snowluna, Mugs, and VRifty, who have supported me through donation links. Thank you guys. And thank you to Coolest, VRifty, and Mugs, who support me by being channel members here on YouTube. My voice is sounding very raspy. I do apologize. I should be good for the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. But genuinely, like, not just, you know, because it's the outro, but genuinely, thank you guys for watching. The comments on the recent videos, there has been an insane amount. I've been reading them. I haven't gotten around to commenting on them because normally there's like 1, you know what I mean? And there's been about 4, and there've been like long suggestions and stuff. So I have been reading them. Thank you guys. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.